We have a comedy open micer. He's normally a comedian at Toronto, but today he's gracing us with his presence. Everyone give a hand for Neil G.
What's up, Boston? Neil G is in the house. Welcome to today's episode of Honey, I Shrunk the Adult. I appreciate your support in my career ambitions to become more famous than Danny DeVito, at least in Bangladesh, or maybe even the Planter's Peanut. I hate that fucker. I'm Neil. I'm an aspiring comedian and struggling nut salesman. I have a warehouse north of Toronto. I'm Canadian, and I import and wholesale dried fruits and nuts out of it. People often mock my profession. They go so far as calling my Speedo the nut smuggler. But I don't like it when people make fun of my job. It's how I make a living, pay the porn bills, pay my bills, and make a small minimum payment to my outstanding pornography bills. The nut business is not easy. The other day I caught an employee stealing from me, and he came back asking for vacation pay. I guess I should have known better than hiring someone who puts their email address on their resume as marijuanamonkey69@gmail.com. For hobbies on his resume, he put down listening to rap music, spelled with an E on the end. The future of Canada is strong. So, I love going to trade shows. I love getting out of the office. The other day, I was at the Canadian Health Food Show, showing off my nuts. And the lady next to me is exhibiting cookies. So I'm scarfing them down all weekend, and at the end of the show, I'm like, these are great, but how are they healthy? Her response was, they encourage lactation, which really upset me, because I really like that shirt. Customers will come to my office. They study my nuts as if they're buying diamonds. And at the end of the day, I know I've done a good job when these male ethnic customers say to me, Neil, I've had many men's nuts in my mouth, and yours are by far the most delicious. So, some kid came by my office the other day, trying to raise money for Feed the Children or Free the Children, one of those F the Children charities. So he's trying to sell me a little package of chocolate-covered almonds. And I'm like, kid, we got thousands of pounds of chocolate-covered almonds here. You can have as many as you want, as long as you and your solicitor friends promise not to bother me again. His response was, I'm not supposed to take candy from strangers, but I am. So, anyways, my mom always calls me a son of a bitch. My father's upset with me. He always used to say to me, son, I could buy a new BMW, but I want to see you succeed, so I'm sending you to private school instead. At this point, he finally agrees with me. We should have got the BMW. Going to private school was interesting. It kept me from getting my ass kicked when I was inside in grade 11. People often ask me how I deal with the criticism of doing stand-up comedy. Again, it's nothing compared to what I went through being this height in grade 11. Sometimes I wish I could grow a foot, but then I realized I'd look very silly with 3 feet. So, I went to my high school reunion the other day, and I ran into this girl, Tiffany. Back in high school, I thought she was so beautiful. And now she's okay. And so, she asked to introduce me to her fiancé, Todd. She's like, this is my fiancé, Todd, he snowboards. I'm like, I'm Neil, I'm Toboggan. So she has to tell me he's a part of Sigma Chi. He paid his university extra to learn about brotherhood. The way this tall, blonde, athletic dude looks, acts, treats me, he's totally like a brother to me. My sister's upset with me. She said I shouldn't have wrote her son a note to get out of school. Maybe she's right. And maybe I shouldn't have told my nephew's school that he has AIDS. You know, Alex Trebek, he's a famous Canadian. He says through his World Vision Foundation, you can feed, clothe, and educate a child in Africa for less than $1 a day. Which makes me wonder, why don't we send more children to Africa? You know, growing up, I never fit in with the smart kids. I had more fun hanging out with the jocks, telling my jokes. To this day, I still hang out with them, and to this day, I still get mistaken for either a hostage or the butler. You may find this hard to believe, but I have a difficult time meeting women. All 5'2" of me. I did meet this great girl the other day, and she gave me her phone number, but it only had 6 digits. And is 911 really the new area code for Rhode Island? Online dating is interesting. A lot of women out there are looking for extramarital affairs, but we can't only focus on the positives. Sometimes I'll meet a great girl and she'll turn out to be a prostitute. I have no problem buying a girl dinner, but I have commitment issues when it comes to an hourly rate. People are always telling me they can introduce me to a nice girl from India. The only problem with nice girls from India is you don't know if they're looking for true love or permanent residency. Someone did introduce me to a nice girl from India, and we went on a date. I wasn't sure if I was at a restaurant or Laser Quest. Definitely a restaurant. There was no cutlery. So, I asked for cutlery, and they're like, just use your hands. And I'm like, the ones I'm supposed to use my wife when I use the bathroom? And so, you never want to mix up your hands in India, ladies and gentlemen. So, anyways, I went to the doctor the other day. For emergency contact, I was like 911. For previous conditions, I was like gonorrhea, chlamydia, herpes. It's not true, but I wanted the doctor to think I'm cool. I was like, Doc, I'm a stud, but without you, all that's left is an STD. He wouldn't even give me a high five. Finally, I was like, Doctor, can you make my penis, the size of Tommy Lee's? He was like, I'm sorry, Neil. There's nothing I can do to make your penis any smaller. So, anyways, I had him study a psoriasis on my knee. He says to me, do you find yourself kneeling a lot? I said, yes, that's why they call me Neil. Thank you, everyone. Neil G. Thank you.
What a show, yeah. Thank you, Neil. Thank you so much. Guys, one more hand for Neil. Come up here. Nice and honorable night. I love it. Well, for those who don't know why the heck we got this whole thing going on, it's open mic night. I gotta say it every time.